Hey everyone, today we're diving into some fascinating psychology facts about relationship feelings. Get ready to have your mind blown. I mean love, right? It's this big, mysterious, wonderful, sometimes totally confusing thing. We write songs about it, movies about it, we talk to our friends about it for hours. Does he like me? Does she like me? Why did they use that emoji? You know the drill, it's a whole thing, and you might think it's all just hearts and flowers and destiny. But guess what? There's a whole lot of science happening in that brilliant brain of yours when you're falling for someone, or even when you're just trying to figure out if that person across the coffee shop is the one. It's like a secret laboratory up there, mixing up all sorts of chemicals and making us do crazy things. Like, remember that time you stayed up all night just talking? Or wore that really uncomfortable outfit because you thought they'd like it? Yeah, blame science. So we here at Little Brainy Things thought, let's pull back the curtain a little bit. Let's look at what's really going on when those butterflies start fluttering or when your heart does that little flip-flop. We've got some mind-bending facts that are going to make you say, no way, but also, oh, that makes so much sense. So grab a comfy seat, maybe a snack, because learning is hungry work, and let's get into the amazing psychology of LOVE. It's going to be fun, I promise. Alright, first up, and this one is a doozy, folks. You know that feeling when you're falling head over heels for someone? That incredible, all-consuming, can't-think-straight feeling? Well, scientists have found that falling in love activates the brain region as cocaine. Yes, you heard me right, cocaine! Your brain gets flooded with this feel-good chemical called dopamine, and it's like a party in your pleasure center. It's the brain's reward system going into overdrive. Suddenly, that person is the most interesting, fascinating, wonderful human being on the planet. It's intense, right? It's like your brain is saying more of this, please. So that classic can't eat, can't sleep, rereading their texts 1,000 times, checking their social media every 5 minutes, totally obsessed feeling. That's not just you being a little bit extra, okay? It's literally your brain chemistry doing a wild dance. You are, in a very real sense, high on love. It's a natural high, the best kind really, but it does explain why you might suddenly find yourself composing sonnets or, accidentally liking a photo from 3 years ago on their profile. Don't worry, we've all been there, or heard about people who've been there. It's a powerful thing, this love drug. Okay, this next one is going to make you rethink every first meeting you've ever had. Are you ready for this? Studies show that we subconsciously decide if we like someone, like them, within the first 4 minutes of meeting them. 4 minutes. That's barely enough time to decide what kind of coffee you want, let alone if someone is potential soulmate material. But, apparently, our brains are super efficient, super speedy dating apps. It's like, swipe right, swipe left. All happening before you've even finished saying hello. And get this, it's not even so much about, they say in those crucial first few moments, oh no, your brain is looking at other stuff. It's all about the non-verbals, baby, eye contact. Are they looking at you like you're the only person in the room, or are their eyes darting around for an escape route? Their voice, is it warm and inviting, or does it sound like a rusty hinge? And body language, are they open and relaxed, or are they crossed up tighter than a pretzel? These things apparently tell our subconscious a whole lot more than a perfectly crafted opening line. So, next time you're meeting someone new, remember, your first impression is being made at lightning speed, no pressure. Now, this is where things get a little tingly. You know those butterflies you get in your stomach when you see your crush? That racing heart, maybe even a little bit of sweaty palms? Well, guess what else causes those exact same physiological reactions? Fear. That's right, love and fear can feel surprisingly similar in your body. It's all a bit confusing for your nervous system, I guess. It's like, am I about to be eaten by a lion? Or am I just really excited to see Kevin from accounting? The symptoms are pretty much interchangeable. And this is why, and this is brilliant, thrill dates can actually increase attraction. Think about it. Going on a roller coaster, watching a scary movie, maybe even navigating one of those terrifying escape rooms. Your adrenaline is pumping, your heart is racing, and your brain can sometimes misinterpret that arousal. It thinks, wow, I'm feeling all revved up around this person, this must be some serious chemistry. So, if you want to give things a little jolt, maybe skip the quiet dinner and go bungee jumping, or, watch a horror film from behind a very large pillow. It's science. Chapter 4. Okay, let's talk about the early stages of love. That wonderful, magical, slightly unhinged phase. You know what I'm talking about? Well, psychology has an interesting take on this. It turns out that being in love, especially in those early intense days, can actually lower your serotonin levels. And you know who else often has lower serotonin levels? People with obsessive compulsive disorder, or OCD. Now, I'm not saying love OCD, not at all. But it does help explain some of that focused behavior, that constant thinking about them, replaying every little interaction, analyzing every text message for hidden meanings. They used a period. Are they mad at me? They used 3 exclamation points. They must be excited. Sound familiar? That slightly obsessive quality, that feeling like you just can't get them out of your head. That's partly due to this serotonin dip. So, if you find yourself checking their last seen status a little too often, or crafting the perfect casual text for 3 hours, you're not going crazy. You're just chemically compromised by love. It's a beautiful, bewildering mess, isn't it? Chapter 5. This next one is all about getting close, and I mean literally. Physical touch. We're talking hugging, kissing, cuddling, even just holding hands. It's not just nice, it's scientifically awesome for your relationship. When you make that kind of physical contact with someone you care about, your body releases a wonderful hormone called oxytocin. You might have heard of it. It's often called the bonding hormone or the cuddle chemical. And it's pretty powerful stuff, let me tell you. This oxytocin release does amazing things. It helps build trust between you and your partner. It fosters feelings of emotional closeness and connection. It can even lower stress levels and make you feel calmer and safer. Think about it. When you're having a tough day, what's one of the first things you crave? Probably a hug from someone you love, right? That's your body knowing what's good for it. Your nervous system literally feels safer and more secure when you're in close physical contact with your partner. So, don't underestimate the power of a good cuddle session. It's good for your heart, and your soul, and your oxytocin levels. Chapter 6. Ever found yourself suddenly developing a crush on someone you see all the time? Maybe a coworker, someone in your friend group, or even that friendly barista who always remembers your complicated coffee order? Well, there's a psychological reason for that, and it's called the mere exposure effect. It's a fancy way of saying that the more we're exposed to something or someone, the more familiar they become, and often the more attractive they seem to us. It's like they just sort of grow on you. This is why those situationships can sometimes sneak up on you out of absolutely nowhere. You're just going about your life, seeing this person regularly, not thinking much of it, and then one day, BAM! You're like, wait a minute, do I like them? It's because repeated exposure can breed attraction. Your brain starts to associate them with comfort and predictability, which can be very appealing. So if you're wondering why you suddenly have hard eyes for your study buddy or your gym pal, it might just be the mere exposure effect working its subtle magic. Looking at you, person I see on my commute every day. Just kidding. Mostly. Alright, we've talked a lot about the fun, exciting parts of love, but we all know relationships can also come with pain. And I'm not just talking about emotional pain. Get this, breakups can cause real physical pain. I know it sounds dramatic, but science backs it up. When you go through a really tough breakup, the kind that feels like your world is ending, your brain processes that emotional distress using some of the same neural pathways it uses for physical injury. Isn't that wild? So, that feeling like you've been punched in the chest or that dull ache that just won't go away? That's not just in your head, or rather it is in your head, but your head is telling your body it's experiencing something akin to physical pain. It's why heartbreak can leave you feeling physically exhausted, why you might lose your appetite or have trouble sleeping. Your body is genuinely reacting to the trauma of the loss. It's a testament to how deeply we connect with others and how profound the absence of that connection can be. So be kind to yourself or your friends when going through it. It's real. This one is a little deep, so bear with me, but it's super insightful. Sometimes, without even realizing it, we find ourselves attracted to people who reflect emotional patterns or dynamics we experienced way back in our childhoods. It's like our subconscious is trying to go back and fix or resolve unmet needs or unfinished business from our past. Psychologists sometimes call this repetition compulsion. It's like we're trying to rewrite an old story with a new person, hoping for a different ending this time. Now, this isn't always a bad thing, but it can lead us into tricky relationship patterns if we're not aware of it. Maybe you had a parent who was emotionally unavailable and you find yourself drawn to partners who are also a bit distant, subconsciously hoping you can finally win their affection. Or perhaps you grew up in a chaotic environment and find yourself attracted to dramatic relationships because they feel familiar even if they're not healthy. Understanding these deeper drives can be really powerful. And hey, therapy can be an amazing tool to help unpack these patterns and break cycles that aren't serving you, leading to healthier, happier relationships. Just something to think about. Okay, this last fact is so cool it sounds like something out of a romance movie, but it's real science. Get this. When couples are deeply connected, and I mean really in tune with each other, their heartbeats can actually synchronize. Yes, you heard that right. If they sit across from each other, make eye contact, and are just present with one another, their heart rates and even their breathing patterns can start to mirror each other. How amazing is that? It's like an invisible dance. This phenomenon is called physiological synchrony, and it's a powerful indicator of just how connected two people can become on a fundamental biological level. It's not just about shared interests or liking the same movies, it's your bodies literally getting on the same wavelength. It shows a deep empathic connection and a strong emotional bond. So the next time you're feeling really close to your partner, just imagine your hearts beating in time. It's a beautiful, almost magical example of how intertwined we can become with the people we love. Wild, right? Science is just the best. Wow, wasn't that incredible? From our brains acting like they're on a dopamine joyride to our hearts literally beating in sync with someone else's, the psychology of love is just mind-blowing stuff. It really makes you think about all those little tingly feelings and deep connections in a whole new way. It's not just random chance, there's some serious science orchestrating the symphony of our emotions. And who knew fear and attraction were such close cousins? I'm definitely going to suggest a scary movie for my next date. Or maybe just stick to mini golf, we'll see. It's pretty amazing to realize how much our brains and bodies are involved in the whole falling in love process, from that initial 4-minute assessment to the way touch can literally make us feel safer and more bonded. And understanding things like the mere exposure effect or why breakups feel physically painful can actually help us navigate our relationships with a little more wisdom and compassion for ourselves and for others. It's like having a little cheat sheet for the heart. So, there you have it, some truly fascinating insights into the world of love and attraction, all thanks to psychology. Hopefully you learned something new, and maybe even had a few aha moments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these fun psychology facts about relationship feelings, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing content from Little Brainy Things. We've got so much more to explore together. See you next time.